Hi guys. Okay, good morning. Our topic for today is again it's as a review for addition and subtraction of fraction. This is simply very short, but then again, you need to recall your knowledge and your elementary uh, grades, since I know that almost or maybe not all forgot about how you deal with adding and subtracting fractions. Okay, let's start. We have here example of fractions. We have 1/2 plus 3/7. So we need a common denominator to add these fractions because these fractions are dissimilar fractions, meaning they have different denominators. Anyway, if it is or if these fractions have similar denominator, then we simply add a numerator and copy the denominator. But since it is dissimilar, so we need to look into the LCD or the least common denominator. So we have to look into the factors of 2 and 7. So they're both factors or their common factors is 14, and so we have to use 14. So the first number in common that appears on both lists becomes the common denominator. So in here we are going to write 14 as the denominator. Then multiply uh, each fraction, I mean the numerator, to this example. So we have to come up with 7 over 14 plus 6 over 14. This time, the two fractions are already similar fractions because they have common denominator, or meaning the same denominator. So we simply copy the denominator and add the numerator. So 7 plus 6 is 13. So our final answer is 13 over 14. So another example is 3 over 7 plus 1/5. Considering that the denominator, the denominators are 7 and 5. So we have to count by 7, and then we have here 35 as common to both fractions. I mean to both denominator. So we simply copy again the denominator 35, which are common to both. Then multiply. We have so what we're going to do in here, if in our example 35 is common to both, so we have to think of a number that can be multiplied by the denominator that will come up or answer or result to 35. So in here 7 times 5 is 35, and the other one is 5 times 7 is 35. So that's our denominator. Considering this, uh, 3 times 5 is 15. So this is our numerator, and 1 times 7 is 7. So we have to add 7 and 15. So 7 plus 15 is 22. So our final answer is 22 over 35. Okay? Did you get now? Okay, so another example is 4, 7, and 3, 8. So again, common to both is 56. So we simply get the L. So in here, we're going to copy the LCD or the least common denominator, and then simply add the numerator. So our final answer, adding 32 plus 21 will give you 53, and the final answer is 53 over 56. Did you get? Okay. So we have another example. So the same procedure, the same process. So we have to simply get the LCD of 5 and 3. So considering 5 and 3, we have common or LCD, the common denominator or least common denominator is, what do you think? Okay, so it's 15. So we have to copy 15. That's our LCD. And to add the numerator, so 9 plus 10 is 19. So our final answer is 19 over 15. So it can be uh, in a mixed number. So it's 1 and 4/5. So we have another example. Here we have 5/11 and 2/3. So again, the LCD is, okay, 33. Oh, damo na tang example. Again, do the same procedure. So put the LCD 33, then come up with 15. 5 times 3 is 15, and 2 times 11 is 22. So add up. So we have 37 over 33. Another example, we have 3 and 6. So the common denominator or the least common denominator is 6. Again, next to do is simply copy the denominator in here. We have the 6 here, then 4 plus 1 is 5. So our final answer is 5 over 6. So we have here another common denominator. The common denominator in here is 66. Okay, then same procedure. When come up with the answer 29 over 66. Another example is 4/5 plus 7 over 9. We have two sets of fractions to be added and simply get the LCD. So our LCD is, okay, 45. So 45 is our least common denominator. And so with that, we're going to do the process. Again, copy the LCD here. The LCD 45 is being copied. Then we multiply the numerator with the factor that makes the denominator 45. So we have 4 times 10 is 36. We have 36 in here. And then 7 times 5 is 35. You add this up. 36 plus 35 will give you 71 over 45. Okay, another example. We have 5 over 12 and plus 3 over 8. Add these two sets of fractions. So come up with the LCD of 24. So again, the same procedure. 24 is being written at the denominator, and then how to come up with 24 is simply multiply 8 with 3. So the same is true with the above sets of 12 times 22 is 24. So of course, to make the fraction unchanged, so you multiply the same number with the numerator. So 5 times 2 is 10, and 3 times 3 is 9. Add the numerator, 19, and copy the denominator. You have 19 over 24. Another example, this is subtraction. Actually, class, the procedure is still the same, only that after doing the procedure, instead of adding, you are going to subtract. So in our example, 3 over 11 minus 1/5, the least common denominator is 55. Because of that, we are going to proceed to the next step. Copy 55 as the denominator And what makes the denominator 55 will be because you had multiplied 11 by 5. Diba? So, you have to multiply also the numerator with the same number, 5. So, 3 times 15 is, 3 times 5 is 15. Then, the other set is, to get 55 for the denominator, you multiply 5 with 11. So, 5 times 11 is 55. Then, the same number, 11, will be multiplied to the denominator. That's the law. So, 1 times 11 is 11. This time, you copy the denominator, which is 55. So, you copy that one. Then, proceed to subtraction of the numerator. So, 15 minus 11 is 4. So, we have our answer for the over 55. Okay, that's how to subtract. Another example for subtraction, 1/2 minus 3/10. So, we have the common fraction is 10. The common denominator is 10. So, again, proceed to the next step. Yes, here it is. Then, subtract the answer of the numerator. So, 5 minus 3 is 210. Actually, this is not the final answer. It can be expressed to the lowest term, and this becomes, very good, it becomes 1/5. Okay, let's try this. Okay, what's the answer for this? Letter A. Yes? Okay. So, how about B? I will give you time to complete your answer before let us try to check. Okay? Are you done? So if you're done, once you're done, let us try to check your answer. Or do not proceed yet. If you are not yet done, kindly pause the video so that you can check whether your answer in this exercise is correct. And that's the time. If you're done, that's the time you can check your answer. Okay? Okay. So if you're done, let us try to reveal the answer. Okay. Let us check. And ready? That's for number 1. Letter A. Letter B. Letter C. Letter D. Letter E. And letter F. O, got perfect. Congratulations! Sus, pagpangaka-bright ng mga bataan na. Oy. Okay, so I will be giving you this exercise. You are going to answer this and submit to me your answer. I will be posting this in your Google class. Thank you very much and God bless you.